Aquarius, this is your weekly tarot card reading from Born Without Boundaries. It is for Aquarius sun, moon, and rising signs. Yeah, check out your sun, moon, and your rising sign. It's always a great energy to get some insight into. For those of you looking for a more in-depth reading, there's always an extended reading. That link is going to be below. You can continue the messages with me over there, and I hope that you do. If you love this video, Aquarius, please be sure you show that love by liking the video and sharing it on your social media platforms. Also, if you haven't already, please click that subscribe button below and then ring that bell and hit all notifications so you know when I upload your favorite content. Aquarius comes out every single Wednesday around 8, 9 o'clock out on the west coast of the U.S. East coast, that translates to about 1 p.m. And then over in Western Europe, that translates to about 6 p.m. But ultimately, I hope everybody around the globe gets to see it. If you guys want more content, I have a second YouTube channel. I'll attach the link above. It's called Astrology Motivation, and there's a lot of great stuff over there too, so I hope you subscribe over there as well. Beyond that, you can join me live every single day or Monday through Friday over on my Instagram feed, so you can find me at born_without_boundaries. I hope to see you guys there too. Let's go. Aquarius, remember, I will break this energy down into career, money, and love for you. Aquarius, you getting bored with something or getting a little worrisome, clinging maybe a little bit to finances or money, wanting a start but maybe not able to ask for it. Maybe you're dealing with a Scorpio in your life. There could be an attachment of some sort of security here, financial security or just sort of like, it could even be emotional security that you're getting. We have the Four of Pentacles, and then we have the Scorpio energy. Now, of course, Scorpio energy could be very, it doesn't have to be a person, right? It could be representative of a rebirth, diving really deep, maybe becoming obsessive, basically having to face the ugly aspects. Having to face the ugly aspects could be having to face the ugly aspects of money or attachment to financial things, or some kind of maybe almost like finances may not be bad, but they may be stagnated, and that could be causing a lot of fear that you're having to face right now as well. And then you'll have the Moon card. Wow. There's a lot of water energy, man. Aquarius, I'm just gonna say, to represent the water signs right now, I apologize ahead of time, because this is a lot of water energy for an air sign to handle, and it could be like you're drowning in emotion right now. Sorry about that. So the Moon card is here, and of course that represents Piscean energy, but the Moon card is about our inner selves, our inner beings, our inner souls. Our truest selves that we only show to ourselves. So this would be about stuff that you've kind of hidden, or at least in the past you've hidden it. Well, now it's coming to the surface. And I think in some ways you could be trying to repress it, suppress it, or just keep it down and try to keep everything together. I'm just not so sure how good you're doing this. Ooh. Oh, maybe you're doing real good. Pentacles energy comes out. 3 of Pentacles, which means you're doing a real good job at something. Maybe somebody thinks you're doing a real good job at something. I don't know. You tell me. Hey, Aquarius. Let's see. All this is going on right now, I can tell, because it's not really coming out in the past. Maybe you've still harbored some emotions for somebody. Keeping it cool on the surface, but underneath, heat, heat, heat. 10 of Pentacles is also here. There's a lot of money. There's something going on with finances and money, and it's not bad. It's definitely maybe something resurrecting, right? Okay, that could be really good news. You're growing your network, or you're looking at new horizons, maybe looking in a different direction, reaching out or connecting to different people could very much be helping you wind up this abundance that's kind of starting to flow in. And then definitely in the past, we had the 9 of Wands opening up, revealing some inner parts of yourself, or allowing yourself to be vulnerable and very emotional. Let me ask you guys, have you been extremely emotional? Have you felt like that id aspect of your character coming out and not being something that you could avoid? That's kind of what this is, confronting those innermost emotions or innermost desires. And then something to do with finances just popping off really nicely from Scorpionic energy. You know, this is almost like somebody who didn't feel good enough about themselves until they were financially suitable or financially sound. Or so you could be dealing with somebody who had a lot of issues with I don't know. I need some time with this. Give me a second, or give me more cards. Aquarius. Conclusions are within reach. Oh, yeah. Okay, so this motherfucker confused you because they couldn't handle... Some motherfucker confused you, or you were confused yourself. Somebody that couldn't deal with their emotions, right? Conclusions are within reach. And then we have a time to give rather than receive. And this is Virgo energy. So a lot of stuff could have been coming out in regards to Virgo season. Things could have been coming to the surface. Or aspects or understandings. This could have to do with something that is growing or has been planted for a long time. It could have to do with a Virgo or with something that you have been cultivating. You've been planning something. You've been planning something for a while. You've been planting these seeds and you've been cultivating them for a while. And that's why the Scorpio energy is here. Things seemed buried and now they're coming up. Things are about to sprout for you. And you had a really good reading, I think, last week as well. And ultimately, you're going to start to see in other words, you're going to start to see some fruit on those trees that you've been cultivating. You're going to start to see some movement or progress starting to break through for something that you have been working on. And it has to do with building your network or meeting new people, maybe having met somebody new. Okay, now the picture's starting to make a little bit more sense, Aquarius. Can we get more information for Aquarius, please? Inner conflict. What is the inner conflict? Why? Inner conflict is those aspects of yourself that make you feel most vulnerable that you wanted to hide. Maybe the parts of yourself that you don't feel good, like in ways that you don't feel good enough. Okay? And then we have I am balance. So being able to release those things that aren't serving you and also finding, this is Libra energy. It's like you're finding, this inner conflict is finding peace. Okay. Trust. All of this is starting to come together. I just see some relationship or situation that was not coming together or was difficult, or maybe you didn't want to open yourself up to because you didn't feel comfortable for whatever reason. And now there seems to be this need or this necessity coming through, maybe on the other side, or signs of life. Finally, there was stagnation. You know that with the Four of Pentacles, there was something that it just kind of got boring. It's like you were waiting. Things were fine, but nothing was really changing. There was a stuck aspect to it, maybe clinging. But now there's signs of life. Something has broken through. Maybe you've made decisions or finally accepted or settled upon, kind of almost like you finally accepted something. You finally accepted, what is it? I don't know. It was hard though. There was a lot of stuff that came up because you were thinking about it or deciding it. Say, for example, you were thinking about moving somewhere. I'm not saying that's what you were doing, but say, for example, you were thinking about moving somewhere. It would have been all of these things like from your child, all these memories from your childhood, and sadness about kissing friends goodbye and knowing that you weren't going to see them for a while. the hardships of moving and yet making the decision to move because you knew it was the right time, but it's drumming up a lot of stuff from the past that you're going to have to say goodbye to. So that's kind of what this is you're definitely moving on, you're finally moving forward, and you're doing it in a way that you're making new connections, but ultimately it's also bringing up a lot of old feelings from the past that need to be settled and need to be confronted. And I think that it's not the easiest time emotionally. However, it is a lot of, with every emotion bubble that pops up, there's a breakthrough that's made, and that breakthrough is actually really good for your future. It's balancing you out and helping you to actually heal. Spirit is asking you to trust this process, to trust the emotions that you're feeling and to allow it to happen instead of shutting down. It's not the time for shutting down. Okay, let's Aquarius. You know, it's really weird. Let me tell you something. It's really strange how things happen and how God, the universe, pushes us in the direction it wants us to go. And I say that because sometimes we'll get a text from an ex, right? And we'll rush to it and be like, oh my God, maybe it means that we're supposed to get back together. And you do get back together for a while. And in the process, they introduce you to their cousin or something that you'd never met before. And then once again, your ex is your ex and it doesn't work out. But you met that cousin. And that cousin likes you. And so now all of a sudden they start talking to you. And they're your true love. It's kind of like that energy of confronting the past. Like the universe does those things where it's tempting you or luring you forward with what you think you want. And it's using, but that's just baiting you. It was never actually meant to be. Right? It was just meant to get you moving and get you maybe to move somewhere or get you out somewhere, right? It's like moving out moving out of state with a boyfriend or a girlfriend, and then that relationship doesn't work out and you're like, well, why did I ever move here? And it's because that's the place where you're discovered for a movie, or that's the place where your newest job is, and it's like the job of your dream. You know what I'm saying? It's like the universe had to bait you. It had to lure you out using something that you thought you wanted. And in other words, you needed a catharsis. You needed closure with that because it wasn't finished. Those are the only things that come up in Mercury retrograde. I never hear from my exes in Mercury retrograde because those motherfuckers are done. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nobody going to call me back because I don't want them. And the only things that come back during a Mercury retrograde are the things that we have not completed. So ultimately, Aquarius, you needed the catharsis, but also the universe is like doing a double play to kill two birds with one stone. Aquarius needs this catharsis, but they also need to be led to the next step. So I'm gonna drag them out. I'm gonna lure them out. I'm gonna bait them with what they think they want. They don't even know what they're supposed to have, right? They don't even know. They're over here praying for this, and I got this planned for them. So I'm gonna bait them and lead them out, and they're gonna discover so many more beautiful things. And I feel like that's kind of what's happening. You need to keep trusting. Look, what did I say to you? Accelerated motion. Things are happening now. Things are starting to quicken and triumph and success. So your triumph and success is coming. It's rolling in. And I wouldn't be surprised if, even though this is a very emotional time for you, you kind of somehow know that some cages have broken open and things are starting to happen, because this kind of energy is, first of all, there's clarity here. So all of a sudden realizing something and being able to let it go and being able to complete it and finish it, but also really breaking through. So this is wonderful, beautiful energy, as long as you have the strength and courage to trust the universe. Right? I mean, that's the caveat. To be fair, so this is happening currently. This is Libra season. Something flipped over here. I gotta hold it. Hold up. to be fair, things are balancing out for you. This is this beautiful equality, or share, breathe, so you can like exhale again. This is air sign. You could be dealing with a Libra finally meeting an equal, or somebody who balances you out very nicely. This could be equal partnership, equal friendship, friends that are your equals, meeting people who are your equals, air signs, other air signs, or just basically communication that's coming in to help ease out your mind. Of course, also breathing is how air signs ground themselves. So connect yourself to spirit through meditation. Even if you've never tried it before, go try, meditate for 30 seconds, meditate for 15 seconds, meditate small increments so that you can just connect with your breath again. And then poised, because you're ready. Yeah, you're definitely ready to move forward. And this is that time of like preconditioning to kind of like step out onto this new stage, this new life, you're ready. You're ready to let go, but you got to close up some old shit, right? Okay, so let's go on to see how this is behaving in your career. Career, we have the Knight of Swords. So this is saying jump in. Don't wait to be an expert. Don't wait to be an expert. Just jump in. Take the opportunity. You will become the king soon enough. This is a growth opportunity. In other words, this is growth because you are an air sign. So this is a growth opportunity for you. You have to take it. Speak up, talk, communication, volunteer, put your hand out there, go ahead, get after it, because this is an opportunity for you to grow with. This is your career. Also saying your career has matured and maybe you've become more respected in it. There's a maturation process here though. And now we have the Four of Cups. You've been reviewing things or looking over them. Maybe you weren't interested in this opportunity, or you weren't interested, or you weren't ready for this at first. The Four of Cups isn't I'm ignoring something or I'm not interested. It's I have to take my time to review. Once again, you had that sense of four, right? That sense of stop, wait, pause. You needed things to move more slowly. So in career, it happened to be about, I just want to consider what I have in front of me right now. I don't know if I can handle anything more on my plate. Five of Swords is defeat. So what it's saying is, it's very clear to me, do not hesitate on this opportunity. Do not wait till you're sure. You have to jump at this opportunity now. Yeah. And anybody who hesitated missed the fucking ship. And that could be with people who didn't consider you, or who didn't give you a breakthrough. Because honestly, it's like almost like who's sorry now? Yeah, let's get a little bit deeper into money. Let's see how this energy is impacting Aquarius's finances. Wow. Okay, so this is, I think, discovered money, found money. All of a sudden, money comes out into the open. People are discovering you, and that's bringing money in. Something to do with career. It's budding. Your money situation is about to change. Also, you wanting something or desiring something could have something to do with a partnership of some sorts. Two of Swords was there's miscommunication here. There was not information. Maybe you thought you lost an opportunity in a career. No, the finances are coming through now. All of a sudden, there's big public recognition for you. So I don't know if you are in the public eye, Aquarius, but suddenly there's just a sense of you're the one they want. You're the one they recognize. Your world's about to change because of a breakthrough, a public breakthrough. Something like that. Finances and money's coming to you. What else do you want me to say about that? That's the Nine of Pentacles. That's a guarantee. That's a guarantee. What was held back is now coming through. And this has to do with your hard work. You've waited. Four of Swords is be patient. You've been patient because you're the Swords, right? You've been patient. Something didn't work out in career before. Something was fleeting. And I think that you had to resist or wait. You were trying to figure out why did it happen, because it wasn't the right time. Let's look at what's happening in love for Aquarius. Whoa. I'm telling you, this energy is starting to pick up now, because finally we're starting to make breakthroughs in love for Aquarius. What is this? Hermit. Now remember, this is love, big love. So it could be love of a child, love of a parent. But this is definitely real love. So ultimately, this is some sort of celebration, maybe involving a Virgo, or taking time to be by yourself, even though you're... What? No. Because this is the Three of Cups. This is being around people that you really like. So it could be that you have been cultivating a situation that's really, really sensual or really loving, or being around people that you really like, having cultivated maybe a new friend group or new connections. That's what we were getting. This has to do with Hermit energy, though, with Virgo energy. So it could have started in Virgo season, cultivating these new relationships, these new friendships, maybe starting to date again. And then we have the Tower and the Hanged Man. So this is definitely fated. This was a sudden change that you're trying to get used to. I think you're trying to get used to assimilating to new people, especially when it comes to love, or at least a new situation, because there was a big change here. That's really part of your rebirth. This change that you feel forced into when it comes to love is actually your cocoon period. So love, or this relationship with this person you love, is actually the catalyst portal for your change, that you're going to start to see your major change happen, and everything else is going to like file like dominoes behind. I'm going to go into this further. I hope that you can join me for the extended. The link is below. Thank you so much for watching this video. I'll see you soon.